CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go and by Carroll Links. Game On is brought to you by Aquino Financial Services.
Hi there, I'm Pat Stetzer, and welcome back to Game On. The 2024 fall sports season is officially underway, and we've got plenty to get into. Let's get started. It's Game On. Week 1 of Carroll County Athletic League football is in the books, and we'll take a look back at some of the results and highlights from a few county teams. Plus, we'll check in on boys soccer and girls soccer and unveil the first CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week from the fall season. We brought you a pair of football games last Friday in Week 1, one of which was our game of the week between South Hagerstown and Century, and the other being Westminster and Franklin. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from both of those games, starting with Century. After a scoreless first quarter, the Knights face a long third down. Quarterback Jake Dexter mishandles the snap, but he quickly finds Will Koenig, and his receiver does the rest for the first points of the game. A 4th and short now for Century, and the give is to Ferguson, who breaks through the line and goes all the way for a touchdown. A huge play there for Century, and after the 2-point play, the Knights lead South Hagerstown 15-0. Great start for the home team. The Rebels answer before halftime when Braden Sisk finds Kahuri Alford for this 82-yard touchdown. And South High gets on the board, and after Alford finds the end zone, they trail 15-7 at the break. Century goes into the bag of tricks on this 4th down punt formation. It's a fake, and Ferguson finds Jackson Ricks to move the chains all the way out past midfield. And the sideline is fired up after that big play. But the Knights can't score, and later on, South edges closer on this touchdown run from Josiah Davis. The Rebels go for 2 and don't get it, but they trail 15-13. It's getting late in the game now. South High has the ball. Davis takes a handoff and finds some room, bounces off a tackle, and he is gone for an 80-yard score. And that is a big blow for Century's chances as South Hagerstown takes a 5-point lead. Timeout here that Century tried to draw up. Last gasp here is going to come up short, and the final score, that was a 4th down play. Final score, Rebels 20, Knights 15. Your final score in a dramatic finish in Eldersburg. Now let's turn and find out how the Owls did on the road. Franklin gets on the board first thanks to this 70-yard touchdown run from Dylan Eaton. It's going to be 7-0 for the home team Indians. Xander McCracken, the quarterback, to Tristan Richardson, goes up top. Richardson hauls it in and goes in for a 48-yard touchdown strike, and it's a great start for Franklin in this one. The Owls are trying to stay in it. Here's a nice tackle for loss coming from Cooper Whitcomb near midfield, so Westminster down 2 scores there. And eventually Rory O'Connor finds some rhythm, goes up top to Isaiah Sprinkle for 72 yards, and Sprinkle speeds in for a touchdown. It's 14-7 at halftime, so Westminster on the board. Owls down by 10 midway through the 4th quarter. O'Connor spies Jack Hitchcock out of the backfield. He catches it. It's a 24-yard touchdown, and suddenly Westminster's down by only 3 points. But Franklin responds, and Garrett Boyd takes this handoff around the left side, and he is gone down the sideline for a 46-yard touchdown, a scoring run that all but does it in for Westminster. And Franklin pulls away for a 24-14 victory to take the season opener. So they go to 1-0, and the Owls fall to 0-1. Now it's time to take a look at some other Carroll County football Week 1 scores. Francis Scott Key rallied to beat Smithsburg, and South Carroll got past Chesapeake and Van Arundel, so the Eagles and Cavaliers were the lone teams supposed to win in their opener. Now let's see the football standings after 1 week of play in the regular season. FSK and South Carroll got the 2 wins. We've got 8 more weeks to go before postseason play begins, so plenty more Carroll County football coming your way. On to some of the stats leaders from around Carroll County. Liberty was the lone team not to submit stats to CMSportsNet this week. Century's Jake Dexter tops the passing category. We have 4 quarterbacks there with 100 or more passing yards after 1 week. Over to rushing leaders now. JT Ferguson almost cracking 100 yards in week 1. South Carroll's Anthony Rodriguez with a nice start to the season, as well as Luke Phillips of Winters Mill. Check out the receiving yards now. What a game from Will Koenig. 10 catches and that touchdown in that game against South Hagerstown. Good start there. And now some defensive leaders. Dom D'Amico and Chase Raplogel all over the field for their respective teams last week. And we have Colton Feister and his 2 picks for Francis Scott Key. Now let's get into our next game of the week matchup, one that takes us to northern Carroll County as Manchester Valley hosts North Hagerstown. Longtime county coach Mike Coons is set to join me in the booth with pregame coverage beginning at 6:20 and kickoff set for 6:30. Let's talk about the Mavericks. They opened the 2024 season at Perry Hall and they lost 34-6. Quarterback Matt Ferran had a rushing touchdown for Man Valley, which only mustered 87 yards of offense in the loss. Ethan Atkinson led the Mavs defense with 8 tackles. Time to take a look at the team stats ahead of this matchup. You see North Hagerstown fell short against Tuscarora in their opener last week. When these teams met in Hagerstown last year, Manchester Valley came home with a 24-21 victory. Players to watch now, we've got 2 seniors from Man Valley in Crew Boog and Braden Fritz. Boog picked up 2 tackles for loss and a forced fumble last week. Fritz also had 7 tackles and he also averaged more than 42 yards per punt. Time for the Coach's Corner now. We catch up with Manchester Valley coach Bernie Kuntz as he tries to lead the Mavericks past the Hubs for the 4th time in as many seasons. Let's go ahead and hear from the coach. Coach, some of the takeaways from week 1, I know it was a loss in the books, but were there some positives you saw that you could build on going into week 2?
Yeah, there's definitely some things that we came out of it. It was a close game to halftime into the 3rd quarter. Played 3 really good quarters against a really good team. Perry Hall's very talented, probably make a deep run in the playoffs. They did last year, had some returning kids, had some kids that we had to step up and guard and take care of. And we held them in check for the most part, but we just couldn't make some plays offensively. So running game got going a little bit, but not quite as much as we would have liked it. So hopefully getting the run game going, picking up a little bit more where it was, and then the defense staying strong where it was. And special teams did a pretty good job and was pretty sound as well.
You guys beat North Hagerstown last year in their place. Now they come into your place for the home opener. What has to go well this week for you guys? You mentioned some of these things already, but what has to go well for Man Valley to get a win in front of the home fans on Friday?
Well, I think we got to take care of the little things. And hard, executing and not shooting ourselves in the foot have got to go well. We can't turn the ball over. We can't have a turnover at the wrong time or a miscue of an offsides or a false start, things of that nature. So, they're big. They've got a couple good running backs. They got a good receiver. So, defensively we're going to have our hands full, but nothing that we can't handle, I don't think. But again, good kids that we'll have to keep in check. And then we got to maintain things offensively. Kids got to make sure they're communicating with the blocking schemes and things like that. We got a good mix of young and old, but again, right now is going to be key that we need to make sure that we blend that to try to get on back on the winning ways.
Thanks to Coach Kuntz for spending a few moments with us. And a reminder, we will see his Manchester Valley Mavericks in action this Friday, September 13th, as the Mavs take on North Hagerstown. Pre-game coverage set for 6:20, and kickoff is at 6:30. A quick look now at some of the other football games on the Week 2 schedule. Winters Mill goes after its first win when the Falcons head to Seaford, Delaware. South Carroll hosting Mighty Linganore at Parker Field, and Westminster visits Frederick. Those are some of the Week 2 matchups. We'll also have coverage from Eldersburg on Friday night when Liberty hosts Boonesboro. Kickoff at the Lions Den is 6:30, and that should be a good one as Liberty goes after win number 1. Stay tuned to CMSportsNet for all the latest Carroll County football action as the 2024 season begins to heat up. We've got you covered with all the big games and moments along the way. Coming up after the break, we'll check in with boys soccer and girls soccer and unveil the first CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week of the fall season. So stick around, Game On will be right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.
Welcome back to Game On. Time to switch from the gridiron to the soccer pitch. Let's start with girls soccer. Still early in the regular season with county play, a few games away for most teams, but there's been outstanding action so far. Check out some recent girls soccer scores. Big wins for Westminster and Francis Scott Key, and South Carroll notched a shutout, and Liberty blanked St. Paul's for a third straight shutout to open the new season. We're going to pick that game up right for you right now in the 15th minute. A free kick from Liberty's Erin Martin from just beyond midfield. The ball gets handed to Vincent, and she finds Adrian Petrosky. The junior finds the net, and Liberty leads 1-0. St. Paul's has a run a few moments later. Eloise Rose gets a look from inside the box after she gets the ball down on her team's sideline. But Lions goalie Maddie Smith makes the save right there. Nice stop by Smith. The Gators get off a nice shot here from freshman Stella Hessen, and Smith punches it away for yet another save. So Maddie Smith on her game in this one. Into the second half, St. Paul's Ashley Hyunga with a shot from long range. Once again, it's Smith with a stop for Liberty to preserve the shutout. Vincent has it now near midfield for the Lions. She's going to send it through. Teammate Bryce Sarver, and the junior gets around the Gators keeper right there, and then it's going to go in from Sarver, and it's a 2-0 lead for the home Liberty Lions. Here's how Smith got some help to preserve this clean sheet. Take a look here. Hyunga's free kick gets away from Smith here initially, but Sarver comes up along the back line right there, keeps the ball out of the net. Rose gets denied. It remains 2-0. Big play from Sarver. And that was the final score from Eldersburg. Liberty goes to 3-0. They win 2-0. They have now outscored their opponents 10-0 over 3-game stretch. So good start for Liberty. Upcoming girls soccer games to take a look at now. Century hosts Southern on Friday, and Liberty gets another private school when Gerstel comes to the Lions Den on Monday. A quick look at the Carroll County girls soccer standings, and a lot of great starts to the season. 5 teams unbeaten to get things going. led by Liberty, like we said, at 3-0. Over to boys now. Some boys soccer scores taking a look at. The Cavaliers off to a hot start, and you see Westminster earning a 1-0 win over Delaney. Over to a few upcoming boys soccer games of note. Man Valley gets those Delaney Lions on Monday, with the Falcons, Cavaliers, and Lions all on the road. Liberty Lions all on the road in the Cubs Woods. And now we'll look at the Carroll County boys soccer standings, with South Carroll off to a fine start. Reigning county champ Westminster 2-2, but 4 games in 5 days for the Owls. So a challenging stretch here early on for Westminster. County play is about to pick up, so keep it locked in with CMSportsNet as we figure out the race for a Carroll County Athletic League championship. Okay, time for the first CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week of the 2024 fall season. It comes from Francis Scott Key, where this senior shined on both sides of the ball in the Eagles football season opening win. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, here with this week's CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Colton Feister, Francis Scott Key football. A couple of interceptions on defense, a touchdown catch on offense, and FSK got the victory against Smithsburg. Colton, what was the difference this year around than last time? I know last year was a tough start for you guys, but coming out with the season opening win, what was the biggest change?
I mean, this year with Coach Krause being as a new defense coordinator, it just changed a lot. I mean, all of us, we're just a lot more confident. We come out wanting to play. Like last year, I know sometimes we weren't really into it, but this year we're locked in. We're ready to go. I mean, we're ready to take people out of the field. I mean, we're just locked in.
There's a different energy. I can feel when we talked to you guys for the season preview. But how about the game in specific? I think you guys had to come back and get the win.
Yeah.
What was the biggest difference in the two halves, and just what you guys wanted to get done at the end of the game that gave you guys victory?
The first half we were definitely nervous. That definitely shown. Like I said, we were pretty nervous. We came out. First drive came down, scored. Defense did good. Second half, we were just locked in. We stopped them. Put points on the board. Just came back, shut them down.
I know you had the touchdown catch. You also had the 2 picks. Which one of those do you like better in terms of individual stuff? I mean, obviously the 2 picks is pretty cool, but everyone likes getting a touchdown catch as well.
Yeah, the touchdown definitely has got me. Just to be the first touchdown of the year for FSK and just to lead off the game with that. I mean, that's good energy right there. So.
Where's Key going to go this year? If you guys play the way you're supposed to play, how high can you guys really take things this year? Coming off last year's season.
Yeah, this year, I really think we're going to do really well. I mean, last year, just us being 1-9, I really think we can flip that this year to 9-1. So we just got to stay locked in. Everybody's got to be at practice. We just keep fighting.
All right, well, congrats on a good first game, and good luck the rest of the year. Colton Feister, the CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance and by Raising Cane's.
Congratulations to Colton Feister, the first CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week for fall of 2024. We'll have more recipients to come in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. And that will do it for this episode of Game On. As always, we thank you for watching. A reminder that our next Game of the Week football broadcast has Manchester Valley hosting North Hagerstown on Friday, September 13th at 6:30. Join me and Mike Coons on the call with the pregame coverage set to begin at 6:20. We'll also have live coverage of a second Week 2 football game when Liberty hosts Boonesboro at 6:30 from the Lions Den. Friday the 13th, Liberty going after its first win of the season. Another announcement for you, CMSportsNet is set to bring you a field hockey game for the first time. We're headed up to Manchester Valley to see the reigning county champion Mavericks take on rival Westminster at 4 p.m. on Thursday, September the 12th. We're looking forward to bringing you that one. Don't forget our new Sports Talk at Island Green show, Mondays at Island Green in Westminster. Host Avery Newport talks McDaniel football with Green Terror coach Skylar Foltz, and he's joined by special guests along the way. That's Sports Talk at Island Green on Monday nights from Island Green in Westminster. Be sure to catch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube, as well as our website at cmsportsnet.com. You can watch us on cable channel HD 1072, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at CMSportsNet Action. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations: Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.